Hey guys, so today's session is with Plyo box, but before we get started, we'll do mobility warm-up. We start with downward dog to cobra, and you do 5 of them to warm up your whole body, your hips, shoulders, everything. Nice and dynamic. From there, you go to runner's lunge, and you do 5 of them on each side. So just bouncing up and down 5 times, mobilizing your hips. We always do mobility exercises and dynamic stretches before any training to warm up, not static stretches. Your next warm-up exercise will be knee floats, so holding your hips leveled, squeeze your glutes, and then just lift your knee up as high as you can while keeping your glutes on and your hips on the same level. Make sure the hips don't dip down as you lift the leg up. You have 10 knee floats, and then you stay on your back and do 10 sit-ups, touching the ground behind you, touching your ankles. Make sure you have enough space, and you'll do 10 of them. And once you finish, you will jump up and do 10 squats to finish the warm-up. Focusing on your form, squeezing your glutes, pushing into your heels and tucking your hips under every time you come up. And today's workout will be compound sets. We will have 3 compound sets of 2 exercises. Set number 1 will start with push-ups, and you're using the box for an elevated push-up or incline push-up. And this will help you to do push-up on your toes. It's gonna be easier than doing toe push-ups on the ground. If you want to make it harder, you bring your feet together or you bring one leg up, but I'll show you all the progressions a little bit later. And your next exercise will be dip. The harder version is which I'm starting with. It's with your legs straight. So legs straight, shoulders aligned, and just bending and extending your elbows, feeling the burn in your tricep or on the back of your arms. We'll do 10 reps of each and then go back to the exercise number 1. So you do 10 reps of push-ups, 10 reps of dips, and then back to push-ups. Just do a few stretches, not much break, straight back into it. We're doing 3 rounds. So back to push-ups, breathe in as you lower yourself, breathe out as you push up. It gets a little bit harder, but try to do the full 10 reps without much break. If you put your feet together, it will become harder. Feet apart is easier. And then if you lift your one leg up, that's gonna become even harder. And you can alternate your legs. And then you go back to your dips. And this time you can make it easier by bending your knees. Push your heels to the ground. Again, shoulders aligned, and the only body part that's really moving and working is your elbows. And you should feel it burning in your tricep. You'll do 10 reps of those. Breathing in as you lower yourself, breathing out as you lift. Do a few stretches, and then I'll show you the hardest progression of the push-up. It's a decline push-up, and it's a good practice for handstand push-up. And you have your feet on your box and hands on the ground. This is really hard, and I don't think I can do full 10 reps, but even just a few reps will make you progress over the time. So just do as many as you can on decline if you wish, and then finish the 10 reps on incline, and then go back to your dips for your last set of 10. Last set, I go with my knees straight again, to make it a little bit harder and to give myself the extra burn for the last set. It's really burning right now. Yeah, bend my knees to make it easier and finish it off. And that will be first compound set done, and we have 2 more to go. Next one is leg only. We will alternate between Bulgarian split squat and elevated hip bridges. So for the Bulgarian split squat, make sure that your knee on that standing leg doesn't go over your toe and it doesn't cave in. So the knee needs to be aligned above your foot. And you're pushing into your heel, squeezing your glute. You can tip your upper body forward a little bit with your core on to load the front leg a little bit more and feel it slightly more in your glute and your hamstring. If you want to make this exercise harder, you can hold 2 dumbbells and just hold them beside of your body. And then you get down on the ground for elevated hip bridges. So your heels are on the bench and your toes are pointing up. And you're just lifting your hips and then come down, and just before you touch the ground, you come up again. So your hips are not touching the ground ideally. If you find this easy, you can also use dumbbell and put the dumbbell on your hips, and it's gonna give you extra resistance. If you're finding this too hard, you can just do the hip raises with your feet on the floor. Round number 2, I want to show you regression. If you cannot do for some reason Bulgarian split squats, you just do normal split squat on the ground. You can do 5 reps on each side, or you can increase to 10 reps on each side because this version is a little bit easier. And then you go back to the hip raises, and then back to Bulgarian split squats and hip bridges or hip raises for 1 more round, so 3 rounds in total. Lift your hips up as high as you possibly can. Breathe in as you're lowering your hips, breathe out as you lift your hips up. Make sure your neck and shoulders are relaxed. All it's working here is your hamstrings and your glutes. You should not feel anything or not much in your calves. And then you come back for the last round. You can alternate between split squats and Bulgarian split squats. You can alternate between doing it with your body weight and with dumbbells. Just play around with it and make sure that every set is challenging you. Breathe through your diaphragm, in through your nose, out through your mouth. When you're releasing the weight or lowering yourself, you breathe in, and when you're exerting power and you're pushing or pulling, then you breathe out. Exerting the force, I should say. And it's your last round of 10 hip bridges or hip raises. And that will be the second compound set done. And then we will get to our compound set number 3, which will be your back and legs. Great, that's done. Squeeze your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little break. You can have as much break as you like between the compound sets. You can do a little lower back twist. That always feels really nice. And whenever you're ready, you will get to your third and last compound set, which will start with prone leg raises. Prone means that you're lying on your stomach. Hold on to the box. Have the box where your hips bend, and then just lift your legs up and squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. If this is too easy for you, you can make it harder by having a dumbbell between your ankles or between your feet or between your thighs, or you can use ankle weights if you have them. Or you can just hang a backpack on your feet and do it with the backpack. And then we have step-ups. Make sure when you step up, you step on your whole foot and push your heel to the bench and squeeze your glute on that leg that first stepped up. So I'm doing my right leg now. So I'm squeezing my right glute as I step up on the box. You can make this exercise more challenging again by holding 2 dumbbells or by wearing ankle weights. Or if you don't have any weights, you can put a backpack with some books on your back or on your chest and create some extra weight that way. And if you don't have a box, you can do this on a chair or park bench, and you can do the leg raises also on your bed or on a park bench. So this is pretty straightforward. You'll do 10 reps of each 3 times through, and then you're done.